Alright, hey guys. A few weeks ago on Facebook I saw that someone had made a video about his ticket wall and ticket collection, so I thought I'd do the same, and a couple of people recommended it. So this is my ticket collection. Right, we'll start at the top. Right. First one is Defenders of the Faith 2, which was Lamb of God, Dimmu Borgir, Unearth and Five Finger Death Punch. And that was my first proper major metal gig that I was proper stoked for. It was really, really fucking good. And then next to it, a year later, was Lamb of God again at the same venue, but with support from Job for a Cowboy, August Burns Red, and Between the Buried and Me. The support were average, I guess. Lamb of God were sick as always. And then here is my Download Festival 2011 ticket. It was the second time I went back to Download. Headliners was Def Leppard, System of a Down and Linkin Park, and then a load of other bands across the festival. Sure, you could just research the lineup. It wasn't the strongest of lineups for Download, but I went with a load of mates and had very drunken, messy times. It was still a really good festival. I went for the 5 days, which it says there. Then next to it is my Hatebreed ticket from 2010. They were pretty good, I guess. I mean, they played for fucking ages. They had a really, really long set, and after a while it just kind of got a bit boring, for me anyway. Directly below we have my Devil Driver ticket, and the support for that was Behemoth, Suicide Silence, Trigger the Bloodshed and Malefice. All were excellent, and it was in a tiny little venue as well, so good times. And then on my left we got my Dragon Force ticket, and support was Sabaton, Silosis under the old lineup when they were really, really, really good, and Glamour of the Kill. And I don't get why everyone says Dragon Force are absolutely bollocks live, because that gig, they were actually really, really good. I actually really enjoyed myself. And then this is my High Voltage Festival wristband. I didn't actually get a ticket for that festival because we only went for a day, me and my dad, so I've just got the wristband to show that I've been. It was more of a classic rock orientated festival rather than a metal festival. There were a few metal bands there, but that day it was a nice day just to go down with my dad. Next we've got my Job for a Cowboy ticket from 2010, and that smudge there is the signature from the frontman of Trigger the Bloodshed, as they were one of the support. Other support was who was it? Whitechapel, An Annotation of an Autopsy. But yeah, then we've got one of my many Evil tickets. This one was from one of their more recent gigs in 2011, so just last year. Only one support at that, which is Savage Messiah, who are excellent, and you should all go check them out. Yes. Then underneath we have my Amon Amarth ticket from Halloween in 2009. Quite funny. Evil were supposed to be on that. Well, it wasn't funny, but because it was about 2 weeks after Mike Alexander had died, so they pulled out. So Entombed got about an hour and a half set, I think. Something like that. They were really, really good. And then Amon Amarth was amazing, because it was Halloween and everyone was dressed as Vikings and shit. It was hilarious. And then we have my Suicide Silence ticket with support from All Shall Perish and After the Burial. But All Shall Perish pulled out, as they always seem to do, because I was supposed to have seen them about 3 times, but each time they pulled out for various reasons. So we got Bleed From Within instead. Alright, pretty good. They've done a couple of good songs, but standard deathcore shit. Then I'm coming to one of my favourite tickets, which is my Bloodstock open air ticket from last year, which I got for free. Yeah, just put my foot there. And is single-handedly the best festival I've ever been to. Headliners were Wasp, Immortal, and Motorhead. I didn't watch Motorhead, but... And then, just the entire weekend was amazing. Watching some really, really, really good bands. Probably the best bands I saw was, Immortal, At the Gates, Exodus, Creator, Wintersun, stuff like that. And then, here is my Sonosphere Festival ticket from last year. With, I don't know if you can see it, but headlines from Slipknot, Biffy Clyro, who I did not watch because they're shite, and I watched Watain instead. And the Big Four. I've got mixed feelings about Sonosphere, really. I mean, the lineup for 2011, bar the Saturday afternoon, was really, really good. But the atmosphere was fucking shocking. The people who were camping near were absolute cunts, and they kind of ruined the festival for me. But anyway, then that is my ticket from Iron Maiden at the MEN. And Airborne supported that, and Airborne were fan-fucking-tastic. I mean, I don't really like the music that much, but they really got the crowd going. Then Iron Maiden were just absolutely incredible. Huge stage show, and I was on the barrier all night, so that was something to brag about. And then, here is my... I don't know if you can see that. Fucking hell. My Thrash and Burn ticket from 2010, which is a little festival, which was headlined by Dying Fetus, Beneath the Massacre, Origin, Revocation, and Man Must Die. All bands on that were pretty sick. Origin especially, I mean, that crazy blend of tech death was just blistering live. And now, we come to what I like to call my shit corner, because this is tickets from my metalcore kind of phase. Starting here. I'll just get this over with pretty quickly. Brim of the Horizon, Asking Alexandria, Brim of the Horizon again with Architect's bass player signature, I think. He was high as fuck and he was a bit of a cunt, but I don't know if you can see that one down there, but that one is actually LaRue, which I got dragged along. Well, actually, I thought it'd be a laugh. I went along anyway, it was pretty fun. 30 Seconds to Mars, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, A Gay to Remember. And we can now move on. Oh, also, Bullet for My Valentine. But, to be fair to them, they were really, really fucking good at that date. Now, it's my second Devil Driver ticket. We had support from, as you can see, 36 Crazy Fist, then Elevati and Idiom. Elevati were the highlight of the night. Even though I absolutely love Devil Driver, Elevati were one of the funnest bands I've ever seen. I mean, fucking folk metal bits. Yeah. And there is one of my other eval tickets. I'm sure I've got, yeah, I've got more eval tickets somewhere. That was the first time I saw them. Last year. It's quite funny, really. I saw eval 4 times in 2011. One of the times being download. But the support of that one was Mutant and Elimination, I think. I'm sure there's another band, but a load of kind of smaller thrash bands, which were really good. Ticket from Green Day. I've seen Green Day twice actually, but I don't seem to have my first ticket. Because it's quite a shame, really, because on the first day they were actually really, really good. But on that one, they were fucking shit. Then we have my As I Lay Dying ticket from 2010. And with the support on that, we had Heaven Shall Burn, Suicide Silence, and Silosis. And that was actually a really, really, really good gig. Because Heaven Shall Burn and As I Lay Dying are two of my favourite metalcore bands. I don't have many favourites left now, but I always enjoy As I Lay Dying, and live they were really good. And then we've got here my Murder Dolls ticket last year. Yeah, and support, unfortunately, was Black Veil Brides, and the Defiled. The Defiled were excellent. Black Veil Brides were fucking shocking, and Murderdolls were actually really good. They had like a 22-song set list, and yeah, good gig at that one actually. And then one of my Taste of Chaos tickets, I went to the other one in 2008, but I don't seem to have a ticket for that one. Tickets I'm missing, I will go over right at the end of this video to say what bands that I've seen on there. But on this one, it was Killswitch Engage and In Flames. Also there was Maylene and the Sons of Disaster and Every Time I Die. I didn't see Maylene and the Sons of Disaster as my train was 40 minutes late. But I got to watch Every Time I Die, who were average. Then Killswitch and In Flames were really, really, really fucking good. Come back round down here. And that is the first ever festival I went to, Download 2010. And we had AC/DC, Rage Against the Machine, Aerosmith headlining, and then a load of other fucking good bands across the weekend. We had Lamb of God there, Megadeth were there, who else were there? That's all. Whitechapel were there, Stone Temple Pilots. Yeah, it was, for my first festival I had a blast. Just a shame I lost my camera with all the really good photos on it. And here is my Children of Bodom ticket, and support was Cannibal Corpse, and it was kind of like a joint headline thing. A lot of people, mainly there for Cannibal Corpse, but Bodom were average. It's quite sad to say, is what they're one of my favourite bands, but they were, Cannibal Corpse were fucking insane. And then immediately to my right is my other Children of Bodom ticket, which I saw last year, which is one of my gigs of the year. It was Bodom, Amon Amarth, Ensiferum, and what's the other band called? I can't remember. It was a smaller metal band. Wait. Hang on, I've got it. Machina Supremacy, that was it. Bodom that time were actually really, 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 really good, and I met Alexi, the drummer, and most of Amon Amarth. So I've got photos that I can stick up on Tumblr or whatever. And down here is my Bowling for Soup ticket. I've seen them quite a few times now, about 4 or 5 times. And this one, I don't know if you can see it. It's a VIP ticket, which means I got backstage and got to meet the band, and as one of the first bands I ever got into, it was really quite something to meet them finally. Actually, I'll get this out of the way now. I've got a couple of Manchester United tickets, as I'm quite a football fan, but just stick to music mainly. This one's my All That Remains ticket from 2010, and you can probably not see the support on there because the lighting's shit, but it's Soilwork, Caliban, Believe From Within, and Nyera that supported. And again, that was another actually really good kind of metalcore kind of gig. It's All That Remains. I do actually write really good tunes, and each band were pretty damn good on that one. Directly above is my Stone Sour / Avenged Sevenfold ticket. Now, you've probably seen from my Tumblr, but I absolutely hate Avenged Sevenfold now. But at the time, I was really, really into them. Same with Stone Sour. I still kind of like Stone Sour, but Avenged were average live at this one. At Download here, they were pretty good, to be fair to them. But a load of my friends went to this, so I went along as well, and it was still a fairly decent gig. I still enjoyed myself. And here is my Damnation Festival ticket from last year, and the signatures is, that one is Devin Townsend, and that's the rest of his his project band. They did a signing and we went to meet them, and Devin is one of the nicest musicians I've ever met. He was so down to earth and so kind to every single fan that went to that signing. Also at this, I saw Evil again, Teresa, Cerebral Bore, and Shining. There was quite a few. Decapitated was supposed to play as well, but they pulled out because they were in a plane crash the day before, so due to shock or something they pulled out, which is kind of shit, but understandable. And then here is my Gorgoroth and Vader ticket from last year. This was probably one of the best gigs I went to last year. Vader were fucking excellent, and I got to meet the frontman. His name escapes me, and Gorgoroth were really, really good. No like blood and shit that I've seen, but musically they were sound. And then underneath is my Napalm Death ticket at the same venue. And for that there was Extinction of Mankind and Ingested supporting, but it was a really Napalm Death never disappoint live, so ever get a chance, go see Napalm Death. And then here is my Machine Head ticket from last year, and for support we had unfortunately Brim of the Horizon, Devil Driver and Darkest Hour. Darkest Hour and Devil Driver were excellent as always, and Machine Head were fucking brilliant. That's probably one of the best times I've seen them. And then here is my Defenders of the Faith 3 ticket, which was Trivium, In Flames, Ghost, Rise to Remain, and Incense supporting. Rise to Remain and Incense were, I really enjoyed Ghost, In Flames, and Trivium were excellent. And I don't know if you can see over that signature is Paolo from Trivium. I got to meet most of them, but I only got a signature from Paolo. But yeah. And here is an evening with Dimmu Borgir. Second time I saw Dimmu, and they had no support at that gig. Instead, they played for about 3 hours, comprising of like 2 sets. The first one was them playing Enthroned Darkness Triumphant in its entirety, and the second like just a normal set list of songs that you'd expect. Really good gig. Really enjoyed myself at that one. And here are some of my more recent gigs from 2012. The Black Dahlia Murder, Skeleton Witch, and Flesh God Apocalypse. That was a top gig. Top gig. Flesh God were a little flat live, but that's more due to the venue being tiny and you can't really fit that much epic sound into that room. But Skeleton Witch and Black Dahlia were really fucking good. And then this is my Evile ticket, 5th time I think for Evile. So it's Evile, Cerebral Bore, and Savage Messiah. Woods of Ute were supposed to make their UK debut on this date, but as you know, David Gold sadly died just kind of before the tour kicked off, really. So they were absent from it, which was quite sad. But Evile dedicated in memoriam to David, and it was quite a fitting tribute, really. Yeah, each band were pretty good. Enjoyed myself. It was only like a tenner to go, so. And then this one is my Kyrison, Malevolent Creation, and Vital Remains ticket. Vital Remains and Malevolent Creation were really, really, really fucking good. Especially Malevolent Creation, the venue was absolutely packed for them. But unfortunately for Kyrison, musically they were top, but everyone had seemed to have left by the time they came on, so it's quite disappointing to see, really. And then this was the last gig I went to, which was Destroyers of the Faith, a new tour of extreme metal, headlined by Cannibal Corpse, Triptykon, Enslaved, and Job for a Cowboy. Job were a bit disappointing, but Enslaved, Triptykon, and Cannibal Corpse were all fucking excellent, and I got to meet George Fisher. You probably seen my photo, as I always seem to upload it, but really, really fucking good gig. That's probably one of the best gigs I've ever been to. And then my last ticket on my wall is Decapitated and Aborted, which was in February, Monday the 27th to be exact. And both bands were fucking unbelievable. It was incredible, really. Okay, so that is my ticket wall. You can see Lord of the Rings map there, but never mind. I am missing quite a few tickets on this wall that I just seem to have lost at gigs, like my Slipknot, Machine Head and Bodom tour ticket I lost, one of my Taste of Chaos ones. It's mainly earlier gigs, really, bit. That's it. Thanks for watching.